The legend of the bell witch is one of the most famous and terrifying ghost stories in American folklore. It is a tale of an unseen but intelligent and violent spirit that tormented the Bell family of Adams, Tennessee, in the early 19th century. Unlike many ghost stories, the Bell Witch legend is unique in that it involves multiple witnesses, physical manifestations, and even a supposed interaction with a future U.S. president. Whether a product of mass hysteria, an elaborate hoax, or something truly supernatural, the story of the Bell Witch remains one of the most enduring paranormal mysteries in American history. The legend begins in 1817, when John Bell, a farmer in Robertson County, and his family began experiencing strange and disturbing events. It started with unexplained noises, knocking on walls, faint whispering voices, and the sound of chains being dragged across the floors. Soon, the disturbances escalated. The family's children reported being pulled from their beds at night by invisible hands, their hair yanked with brutal force. John Bell himself was said to have been physically assaulted, suffering mysterious swelling of the throat and slaps from an unseen entity. The spirit, which became known as the Bell Witch, seemed to have a particular hatred for John Bell and his daughter, Betsy. It would taunt and insult them, often speaking in a clear voice. Over time, the entity's voice grew stronger, engaging in full conversations and even revealing knowledge of people and events that it had no natural way of knowing. As word spread of the Bell Witch, the haunting attracted visitors from all over, including future President Andrew Jackson, who was intrigued by the tales. According to legend, Jackson and his men traveled to the Bell property, only to flee in terror after experiencing the witch's wrath firsthand. The Bell Witch offered no clear explanation for its presence, though many theories emerged. Some believed it was the spirit of a local woman named Kate Batts, who had a feud with John Bell and cursed him before her death. Others speculated that it was a demonic entity or a poltergeist, feeding off the fear of the household. The haunting continued for years, reaching its climax in 1820, when John Bell mysteriously fell into a deep illness and died. The witch reportedly took credit for his death, laughing and singing at his funeral. After Bell's death, the spirit's activity gradually faded, though it never truly disappeared. Some say it returned to the Bell family years later, while others claim that the land where the Bell home once stood is still haunted to this day. The legend has inspired books, films, and endless speculation, keeping the story of the Bell Witch alive more than 2 centuries later. What makes the Bell Witch legend so compelling is not just its terrifying nature, but the fact that it was well documented for its time, with multiple first-hand accounts from people who claimed to witness the supernatural events. Whether a true ghostly presence, a case of psychological suggestion, or a tale that grew larger with each retelling, the Bell Witch remains one of America's most enduring and unsettling supernatural mysteries. Even today, in the quiet hills of Tennessee, some believe the Bell Witch still lingers, waiting for the right moment to make her presence known once again.